I would love to just, we're giving people a few more minutes to get in the room here, but Sean, how are you today? You're in Southern
Fan-
California, right?
Fantastic. Just got back from the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals.
Nice.
EXP, by the way, is 3 of the top 5 agents in the entire National Association of Hispanic Realtors. And we were the most represented real estate company at the event. And Glenn spoke there, and it was fantastic.
I love it, man. So beautiful. We are on fire. You guys, we're going to 1 million agents. There's 900,000 coming, and you are going to figure this out. And if I could tell anyone anything, it's like dieting. I failed so many times till I succeeded. And just because you've tried or you're not as good or whatever, you're going to get better. So good for you. I'm excited. So thank you, Sean, for sharing that. Anybody else? What's going on? I want to hear from you guys. So
Hello from the Algarve, Portugal.
Portugal's in the house. Come on.
Portugal's in the house.
Who is this?
Ernest Furtado, Ernesto.
Ernesto, you're always sending me messages. Ernesto's the man. He's always keeping me updated on Portugal, and that is awesome, dude. Well, so glad you're here. Is anybody else here from another country besides Ernesto from Portugal?
Carrie Parks from South Africa.
Canada.
We got Ontario, Canada, and that was who?
Toronto, yeah.
Carrie.
Hey,
Carrie
how you doing,
Parks.
Carrie? Good to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much. Man, I just love you, Brent. You are such an inspiration as well. So is Ernie Furtado.
Right on, right on. And I heard somebody else start to talk when you talk from somewhere else. Who else was that?
Ed Robinson from Toronto.
I'm Tia Collins from South Africa.
Ah, South Africa's in the house, and our other friend from Canada. Welcome, welcome. Any other nations besides Portugal, the crazy Portugal people and Canadians? What do you call that? Portugalians? I don't know. Americans, Canadians, Portugal. Portugalians?
Portuguese.
I don't know.
Portuguese.
Portuguese man of war. Isn't that a saying there? All right. Maybe
Sure.
not. Sure, whatever I say. Awesome. Any other countries here today? Somebody make up one. Say that you're, Hilda.
I also
Russia.
represent Brazil. How's that? I'm Brazilian, Portuguese parents.
Oh, right on. So you have well, we'll take Brazil. We love Brazil. All right, well, let's get ready and rock this thing out. You guys are amazing, and you guys ready to go? Everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay, so I got
150%.
150%, no messing around. So these are the hardcore serious people. So number one, here's the first thing you need to be thinking about. November 9th, 10th, and 11th. Who can tell me what that is? Quick.
EXPCon.
EXPCon, I love it. Using the chat bar. Everyone use the chat bar. I like that. EXPCon. And then that's like, you should just be like a little broken record. EXPCon. A, you should be going. B, you should bring people. Like, well, I don't have room to come, therefore I'm not going. And besides, I heard you got to wear a mask. Okay, let me get this straight. Because you got to wear a mask, you're going to absolutely damage your family's future. Because unless you have asthma or some sort of medical condition that puts you at high risk for COVID, I prefer that you stay home. I mean that. We want you safe. If you have a compromised immune system, please don't go to Las Vegas. But if you are healthy, and you're willing to take that chance, which are pretty minuscule for healthy folks, I think. But you, to each their own, come to EXPCon. I had a friend last May during COVID-19 who is not going to Scottsdale. I got to her 3 days prior. Now, if I was not going to Scottsdale, do you think I would have invited her to Scottsdale 3 days before the event? And she, of course, said she couldn't come. So what do you guys do? And they said, well, I can't come to EXPCon. I'm in Portugal. I'm in Brazil. I'm in Canada. It's hard to get out of Canada. It's trust me, smugglers get out of Canada all the time. You'll figure it out. Now, here's the deal. Come down to that. And so she said, I can. I'm going kite surfing And I said, look, I'll pay for the lessons. You're going to Scottsdale. And she went. She's like, what is so important that he paid for a $750 concert for me to get? But she was okay. I said, you're buying your tickets tonight. You're getting your hotel room tonight and your airfare and your event ticket. Go. I'm going to call the kite surfing company and put $750 on my Amex card. You're coming to Scottsdale. So she went to Scottsdale. She got so fired up, she brought 30 to Dallas. Those 30 are ready to run through brick walls. They're bringing 100 to Las Vegas. So you're going to show up in Las Vegas. Hell, you weren't even going to go because of a mask, because you might have to wear a mask. Come on, you guys. Those are 21st century problems. We are so spoiled. It's like taking a flight to Europe and the internet's down and you're upset because you're flying at 550 miles an hour across the Atlantic and the internet was spotty or whatever. That is a 21st century problem. So, you know, I mean, how about being grateful that you're able to have a cold Diet Coke with some lime and to fly from New York to Paris in about, you know, however long it takes. I don't even know how long it takes, but I mean, it used to take 3 months and most people died on ships. So, you know, it's pretty awesome. So I will say this. If you want to grow at EXP, and you guys do, every one of you in this audience, unless you have a compromised immune system or asthma or something like that with your lungs, you need to be in Las Vegas. I'm going to be there. Which ones do you go to, Brent? All of them. Because I'm serious. Why do you still do this? Because it's not about the money. I love money. It's great. We've been able to give this last week and do some pretty crazy things when it comes to giving. But I want to make a difference. It's my passion project. I'm passionate for you guys. More people need to succeed, and it is your decision. It's you're not too late. Your timing couldn't be better. We're about to add 900,000 people in 80 countries. Your timing is excellent. You just need to get better. It took me 10 years to learn to become a listing agent. Is that because listings were hard to get for 10 years? No, it's because I didn't get committed for 8 years. And I finally got committed and burned the boats. And somebody's eating breakfast cereal. You got to mute your mic there. We're hearing you clanking. I love it. So here's the deal. You got to burn the boats. You have to get committed. And you think, well, I don't have anyone. It could be 3 days prior to the event, you get someone to come. That changes your life. I was invited to go to my first annual convention with 5 days notice by Sheila Bergeron. Let me ask everybody in the room a question. What if Sheila wasn't going to San Antonio? Do you think she would have invited me to go to something she herself wasn't going to? I don't think so. I'm telling you right now, if she decided not to go to San Antonio, A, I don't think she would have invited me to go to something she wasn't going to. And B, it would have radically altered my financial future and my children's financial future and my grandkids' financial, because I went to EXPCon with 5 days notice like Gail did in Scottsdale. And I got so excited about what I saw, I showed up with 90 people to my next event 6 months later. I showed up with 90. The key is the events. Let the events do the have. Oh, they're not that good. Corporate's not that good at running events. That is a bunch of bullshit. Stop it. It's not good as your attitude. It sucks. But go there and set up breakfasts with Sean Murray. Set up lunches with Michael Valdez. Set up a dinner with whoever. Well, those guys won't talk to me. Did you ask? Did you ask Sean Murray if he can meet you for coffee at 6:30 on a Tuesday morning? Maybe he won't. Maybe he's busy. But did you ask? Well, no, I didn't ask. So you have a made-up story in your head. Like, did you ask me if I would meet with your guest? Can I grab breakfast or lunch or dinner? And when I say, look, I'm booked, I got breakfast, lunch, and do you say, well, can I meet you for coffee 30 minutes before that breakfast? I'd be like, yeah. I mean, I would make it happen. And if you really, let's say I had a coffee, can I meet you for coffee before your breakfast? I'd be like, yeah, it's once a year. I'm there to be there. And so those events are what you make it. I remember getting Jay Kinder to shareholders and set up appointments with him to meet with the various different people. You could get people to meet the state broker. You could get them to meet James Wong, our commercial president. You can get them to meet our director of commercial. You can get people to meet Amy Weaver, Sean Murray. They can meet various different people, and the event's what you make it. Well, I don't know. I go, you're already defeated by your own thoughts. Sometimes Henry Ford says, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're probably you're probably right. If you think you can't, if you think you can, you probably can. If you think you can't, you're probably right. It's kind of what you think. We get what we expect. So I want you guys to expect outrageous results and realize, let the events do the heavy lifting. It helps people take that 12-inch drop from their head to their heart. You need to go, not only are you going to EXPCon, you're going to bring 20 people. Well, I got nobody. Well, get to work. Start talking to people and be a wild man. So major decisions are made at major events. Sometimes it's the decision you're going to make. And so, but I'm telling you, had I not gone as a guest to San Antonio, where there were 400 people in the entire company 5 years ago, because Sheila was going, and with 5 days notice, she got me there. Do you think I would have showed up to shareholders 6 months later with 90 people? Do you think that? Nope. I would have showed up with 2 or 3 people myself, maybe 4 or 5, 6, maybe 10. But let me tell you the difference between showing up with 5 or 10 and 90. The next event I had hundreds. Today I have thousands, because I am a promoter of the events. I believe in EXP shareholders. I believe in EXPCon. It's going to be incredible because I say it's going to be incredible. If you say it's going to be sucky and their speakers aren't good and corporate doesn't know how to run an event, they didn't do it like Build, or maybe you thought Build was sucky, it's all what you think, right? Gene Frederick, my dear friend, I live with him now in the Caribbean. He goes, he'll hit, we go golfing, he'll hit the ball in the sand trap. He goes, I love sand traps. Yes, it's in a sand trap. He'll even hit, it's starting to curve towards the sand trap. The rest of us are like, no, turn away. He's like, get in the sand trap. Get in the sand trap. And then it dunks in the sand trap. He's like, yes, it's in the sand trap. I'm so excited. I love being in the sand trap. That attitude's way better than, oh, God, I'm in the sand trap. The game's on the line. Ah! And then you go, and you hit it and you duff it. Then you blade it out and you chunk it and you blow the game. He's in there, come on, baby, I got this. Bam, he's out. It doesn't always work, but your attitude determines the friends you hang out with. Do you know that some people avoid you because of your attitude? Do you know that when you walk into a room, some of you darken it? Some of you, I'm not saying to walk in the room and act like an idiot, but come in the room with a great attitude, with gratitude and love in your heart. And when you enter a room, you lift the dang room. You're a room, write this down. Someone type this in the chat bar. I am a room lifter. You need to learn how to lift rooms with 3 people in it, little conference room, rooms with 20, 30 people in it. Walk in the room and lift the room. Make positive, upbeat comments. Don't tell people how your buyer just canceled the escrow. I've had the most horrific day. My seller wants to sue me. My buyer backed out of a deal. My photographer was late. I'm so upset. Oh, wow. Some of you do that stuff. I mean, that happens to all of us. Someone write down the word struggle. We all struggle. You're not the only one, Valentine. You need to talk about what's good. And when you throw up, it's up. Throw up, not down. Some of you throw down to your downline. And I hate the word downline, but your group. Throw up to your sponsor, up to your sponsor, up to your sponsor. Do not throw up on your organization. It's not throw down, it's throw up. And so, yes, we realize you got problems and you might have to deal with it. Do not take this to your downline or your organization, and avoid words like downline when you're talking to prospects. It works for you guys. You're all in the business, but stay away from downline and upline. They're terrible words. We're business partners. Okay, so EXPCon. Next is, I was going to say something. Avoid the tyranny of the urgent. Write down tyranny of the urgent. What is that in the chat bar? Somebody type tyranny, if you can spell a word. Tyranny of the urgent. So here's the deal. What it is, nobody can spell the word. Like, nobody's going to take a stab at that one. I definitely would misspell it, just so you know. But it's like you're so busy showing property. You're so busy getting listings. You're so busy selling 70 more homes this year that you become stuck in your success. You're stuck in the very success you've made, a success rut. They go, well, I'd love to be in a 70 home sale rut. Trust me, it's called burnout. People get divorced in real estate because they're working 7 days a week. It's not good. Some of you need to sell less real estate. Okay. Point number 2. Just had a sip of coffee here. Success is a math problem. It's that easy. There was this thing started years ago called a 2-10-40. Keller Williams did a really good job of talking about it. So they've kind of stole it, right? But it's called a 2-10-40. It was before even Keller Williams times. You talk to 2 people a day, 5 days a week. That's 10 a week times a 4-week work. That's 40 a month. And if you have 2 honest discussions about EXP a day, 10 a week, 40 a month, do you think 1 or 2 a month would sign up out of 40? Yes. Well, do the 2-10-40. Now you get 12 to 24 people a year joining, but it compounds. You'll end up getting 2 or 3 a month joining by the latter half of the year. And all of a sudden you will end up with 24 to 36 people sponsored this year. The reason you don't have 24 to 36 sponsored is you're doing a 2-10-40 with strangers. We didn't say to do it with strangers. Well, I don't know, bitty bitty. We just had the National Association of Hispanic Advisors in Southern California. Glenn Sanford was there. The top 3 of the top 5 are all EXP agents. You could have been there meeting people, and you don't talk to them about EXP when you go to the Women's Council of Realtors. You talk about what they're there to talk about at the Women's Council of Realtors, at NALREP, at the Young Professionals at Real Estate, at your local MLS when they do a board meeting. You're just meeting people, shaking hands, collecting data, building relationships. You might go out with them for lunch, maybe next month go have breakfast, build a relationship, and then talk to them. It's like dating. You don't go, hey, do you want to go to Hawaii with me for the weekend? That's a little, you just met this person. How about asking her if she'd like to go out and have a cup of coffee, or you know what I mean? I mean, you can't, are you guys with me here? It's somebody like, I don't get it. It's not working for me. You're coming on too strong. Slow down. And so success is a math problem. If you will talk to 2 people a day that you know, and you think, again, I don't know people, okay, then you need to set a goal, a math problem. I'm going to meet 3 or 4 agents a day I don't know. I'm going to wish them happy birthday. Some guy wished me happy birthday. I said, awesome, thank you. Do I know you? He goes, no, I just wish everybody happy birthday on Facebook. It's just something I set a goal in my business to. I go, really? I go, what brokerage you work for? He goes, Remax. I said, oh, cool. I said, how you like that? He goes, yeah, it's pretty good. I like it, blah, blah, blah. I said, what do you know about EXP? He goes, not much. I go, man, I would love to get your opinion as a top Remax agent, because this real estate model's going to change the world for real estate. It's going to be a game changer. And I said, I'd love to get your opinion. He goes, yeah, sure, no problem. Send it over. I did. He watched it. He signed up. He's in my business. Now, that came from a guy who wished me happy birthday, though. I said, do I know you? How do we know each other? He goes, I don't know you at all. And so could you wish people happy birthday that are real estate agents, and maybe they'll start engaging you or whatever? Could you comment on their stuff and ask them questions about their posts because they're a Coldwell Banker agent or a Remax agent or an independent agent, and get to know people? You could. Well, that's hard. I get it. I mean, we're not saying this is super easy, but what you do is not super easy. Like, it's not that tough. I just show up and do it. And, there's a thing called this. Don't die with your music in you. What is your music? Like right now, I'm on stage and I'm singing it. I realize I'm talking, but I am singing I'm singing like a little canary. I'm singing my song, and I'm not going to, when I die, and we will all die someday, you never see a hearse pulling a U-Haul. You can't take it with you. It's the Martin Luther Kings. It's the Mother Teresas. It's the Winston Churchills. It's the Eleanor Roosevelt. It's the Helen Kellers. It's the people who loved and made a difference in the world. They were history makers. You guys have this ability, but you don't believe it. You need to believe it. So what are you reading? Where are my books? Where are my books? Here they are. I got it right here. Tribal. Oh, wow. I forgot to turn on the... Let's see if we can do this. Okay, Jordan, save me. I always ask Jordan how to do this. Jordan probably oh, shoot. I want to back up. How do I turn my face on this thing? Oh, it's here. Okay, I'm going to stop that.
Got it.
Okay, Rob's here. Rob's saving me. That thing right there, little camera. Oh, that was too easy. And then I hit OK. Let's see. My hero. Get in here, Rob. Say hi to everyone.
Ta-da.
So thank you, buddy. All right, so what I want to show you this was my 17-year-old son said, Dad, I just read this book, Tribal Leadership. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good, Dad. Now I have them in a private school, and they have to start businesses and come up with business plans and run businesses during high school. That's what they have to do. It's a school for entrepreneurs. It's not about science or biology or, they do some of that stuff, but it's all about being self-employed. That's the school I put my kids in. And the book the school's having them read is called Tribal Leadership, and leveraging natural groups to build a thriving organization. He goes, oh my gosh, Dad, this is so good. Can you and I read this with my brother Dylan? Dylan's 27. By the way, he works for, forget the name of his company. But they're an international software company. They sell software to financial planners. And long story short, they just had a big meeting in Palm Springs. They gave out the Golden Globes. And Dylan won the award in the entire company worldwide for integrity. And so I could get a little emotional right now. But so it's a pretty cool award for your son to win. He goes, Dad, I want to make my own way in life. You know, I'm not going to do the real estate thing, but I want to make my own way. So we're very close. But he won. He was nominated by his peers for. That was pretty cool. I was like, that was cool. Okay, get a grip. But then your 17-year-old, you know what I was doing at 17? I was buying 12 packs of Coors Light and going to toga parties. I was not reading tribal leadership. Oh my God. I was in the public school systems. I was like, do we run naked through the quad for graduation in high tops? That was like my big, serious question about life. And we ruled it out because we didn't believe anybody would stop to let us jump in the back of the truck when we were done running naked through the quad. So that's our big, no, we're not going to do that because they're just going to drive just fast enough where we're running down the street naked in high tops. And no, we're not doing this. So that's the thing. So I'm very proud of my son, Ty, who wants to read this book with Dylan and I. So I earned stacks of them. I go, man, I'm going to be reading this book, hand them out. I like to hand out books. And then my kids, they're all going to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad about real estate. You kind of forgot how good this book was and about being self-employed and about cash flow quadrant and all that. I'm going to get my kids and stuff and be giving that to other people, but making a difference. So again, success is a math problem. That's number 2. Number 3, massive action creates results. That is said by a guy named Tony Robbins. And he has been studying human performance and peak performance for 40 years. And what he's discovered after interviewing Nelson Mandela, Olympic athletes, Michael Phelps, Oprah Winfrey, Venus and Serena Williams. I mean, he is the guy. And what he's come to the conclusion of, you want to make it in anything, put in massive action. It will create results, and then you can learn from your results. Write this down. Someone write this in the chat bar. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Write that one down. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So what do I say? What do I say? Say something. Do anything. Point number 4. Ready? Someone write this down. Embrace failure. I want you to embrace failure. Failure, right? Type this, right? Embrace failure. Then someone type, failure is the key to success. The reason I'm successful is I failed so much. Oh my gosh, I said stuff that was so stupid. I'm like, oh, why did I say this? It was so stupid, but I said it. Someone else write this down. Reject ego. Your ego says, don't do it, don't do it. She's going to tell you you're a stupid EXP recruiter. Don't do it. He's going to say, I've already talked to you EXP agents. Don't do it. He's going to be mad. You want to look good. You don't want to look embarrassed. Ego, reject ego. Ego is the enemy. You have to have a healthy self-image, yes. But some of you are so worried about looking so good. You got to look at people and say, look, if you're not interested in EXP, you obviously haven't looked behind the hood. You haven't looked at, and they go, no, I saw a video. I go, listen to me. No, you haven't. You must send some garbage video, but if you'd actually seen it, you'd be excited. I absolutely guarantee it. I promise you don't understand it. That's why those EXP agents are freaking nuts and they're crazy. They're crazy excited. If you're not crazy excited, you simply don't understand EXP. So I want to meet with you and show it to you. No. Okay, fine. But you got to stand up for yourself and tell them the truth. I told Rick Geha the truth. I said, so Rick, have you seen our 5-year plan to make $2.1 million outside of real estate? And you're not interested? Really? You saw that, Rick? And I was quiet. He goes, well, no, I didn't see that. I go, so this explains everything. He goes, well, it explains what? I go, you don't even know what you're saying no to. Do you just talk to people like this? Like, oh, I know all about it. So you've seen our 5-year plan to make $2.1 million a year. It's a $6 million. You saw that. I think one time I had somebody say yes. I'm like, really? Yeah. Okay. Most of the time they go, no, I haven't seen that. I go, oh, that explains everything. And usually I go, well, what does it explain? I go, you don't even know what you're saying no to. So if you haven't seen that, you haven't seen the EXP. Oh, well, I've seen videos and I know all about it. No. if you haven't seen the 5-year plan, 6 minutes long. So Rick goes, okay, I'll bite. Send it over. Show it to me. And he lived hours away, and I did set up a time to watch it with him on a Zoom. And when it was done, he just goes, I'm in. There were no questions. I'm in. You guys take the easy no. Okay, you're not interested. Again, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Embrace failure. How do you say the right thing? How could I be smooth like you, Brent? How could I say the right thing? Say the wrong thing a lot. And then, I go to open houses, and I'm converting. And like, oh my gosh, you make it look so easy. That's because I did so many I was horrible at. I was terrible. And I learned when they weave, when they zig, I zag. When they bob, I bob. When they, it's kind of a dance. And so, but it takes a lot of doing it, and you begin to learn. And so failure is the key to success. Get it over with. Listen to me. Slow and painful, fast and furious. You can have fun, or you can drag this thing out. You need to invert your learning curve. How do you do that? You come to ExpCon in November. The next time we announce something like Cabo, it's sold out. Get your ticket immediately. Don't procrastinate. Procrastination is the failure's disease. Stop it. Tony Robbins says, execution trumps strategy every day of the week. Strategy is important, but a lot of people come with these grandiose plans and they never do anything. Zig Ziglar calls it getting cooked in the squat. The biscuits didn't rise. You put them in the oven, they don't rise. The old-fashioned Southern talk, get cooked in the squat. They never rose. Do something. Do massive action, work, and all of a sudden, when I say this, they say that. And when they do this, I do that. And when I say this, they don't respond. But when I say this, they kind of respond. But when I say this, they totally respond. And pretty soon you start saying this and this, and pretty soon you start saying this. And pretty soon you're in this dance with them. And all of a sudden, everything you touch turns to gold because you paid the price with a smile on your face. And so number five, ready? Build the love boat. Do the agents you sponsored know you love them? When's the last time you called them and checked up on them and said, hey, let's meet for coffee. Let's go to breakfast. Let's go to lunch. You do that stuff? I do that stuff all the time. I call them all the time. I text them. When we watch movies, I watch a movie and text. That's what I like to do. I mean, I watch a movie, then I'll tell you to watch a movie. And I like to multitask. That's what I like to do. So I'm a text guy. By the way, if you guys instant message me, I get it 2 months later, sometimes half a year later. Instant message is not instant for me. I'm text. That's how I like to communicate. So I'd ask people, though, how do you like to communicate? They may not be, they like email. They like Instagram. They like WhatsApp. I think that's what it's called. So you need to communicate with them the way they want to be communicated with. And people say, I emailed you 3 times. I go, I haven't read my email in 3 years. I don't read. How could you do that? Easy. As soon as I quit reading my email, I started making millions of dollars a year. People, stop reading your email. No, you guys got to read your email. I have staff who read it, and I go, tell me for something important. And apparently there's nothing important that happens on email because they never tell me boo, diddly, or squat. But build a love boat. Do people know you love them? Do your prospects know you love them? Are you going to love them when they make a decision to stay at Coldwell Banker, stay at Remax, to stay at Cohen's, to stay independent? I just had dinner last night with 25 of the biggest stars of the company in Sacramento called New Vision. Took me 4.5 years to recruit them, and I would go to lunch and never talk to EXP with the founder of New Vision. We would go out to dinner and go to the movies, and I would never bring, how's EXP? Oh, it's going great. And I just would never ever take the bait. And finally, about 2 weeks before Build conference in Dallas, they go, I think we need to take a serious look at this. So we started engaging them. I said, you guys are coming to Dallas. I'm flying you to Dallas. And I flew them to Dallas, and I bought them an airline ticket, and I put them up at a hotel, and I had black car service pick them up. And now we're onboarding 200 agents. Took me 4.5 years. Patience. But here's the deal. If New Vision never came to EXP, I'm good with it. I'm going to love them, help them, encourage them, be a friend. If you're only helping people because they'll come to EXP, you're a user. And so if they want to stay at Coldwell Banker for the next 30 years, help them, because that's what human beings do. At least the good ones, they help each other. When you didn't, what did you want? Man, if someone would just help me, be that person. There's someone you can help. I realize you want Warren Buffett or Glenn Sanford to lend you $1 million. That'll solve your problem, or me, whatever. But here's the deal. be that person. And as you reap what you sow, if you start helping other people, there's always people less fortunate than you. I literally gave a waitress at the airport in Charlotte a tip. She came back and cried and hugged me in a very crowded sports bar with my wife. She cried and hugged me. I won't tell you how much the tip was. It doesn't even matter. But there was nothing for me to do. But when the waitress comes back, puts her hand on her mouth, and tackles you with a hug, that's pretty cool. I'll never see her again. Don't know who she is, but I think that she was running there are 3 waitresses. There must have been 80 people in the sports bar, and she was like, boom, 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 just like a wild woman. And I gave her a good tip. And so here's the deal. Help other people. Do things for, well, I can't give them a good tip. I don't know. Give them a hug. Give them a word. Tell them how important they are. Tell them how much you love them. Are you building the love boat? And then you reap what you sow. All of a sudden, people are loving you. People are pouring into you because you're pouring into others. I felt sorry for myself because I had no shoes. Tell about a man who had no feet, right? Isn't that good? Okay, so number 6, I only have 8 points. Number 6, help people, love people, make deposits. Number 6, help people, love people, make deposits. Number 6, help people, love people, make deposits. That's it. That is the key to life. Zig Ziglar said it 30 years ago when I started listening to Zig. If you help people get what they want in life, you'll get what you want. What do people want? They want love. They want security. They want compassion and empathy. So be an empathetic human being. Do not hate liberal Democrats with a passion. Do not hate conservative Republicans with a passion. Do not hate Black Lives Matter people. Do not hate people of different, beliefs. People there's of different beliefs. I'm not gay. Don't hate gay people. They don't have your beliefs. You don't have to embrace Buddhism. You're a Christian. Be a Christian. You don't have to embrace things, but love people. You don't hate Russians or Chinese. They're people. They may have some political leaders that are evil and things, but love people. Be Oskar Schindler in the middle of Nazi Germany, who saw this was wrong and he started rescuing Jews, or rescue Christians, or rescue Buddhists, or rescue Black Lives Matter, or rescue the thing. And so I'm not saying you have to embrace things you don't believe in. I'm a Christian. Obviously, I don't have the Buddhist faith. I'm not going to embrace the Buddhist faith, but I will embrace people who are Buddhist and love them and serve them and care for them. Why should they behave like me? They don't have my faith. They have their faith. And so same thing. Oh, God, I'm on thin. Why do I feel like I'm on thin ice right now? I'm actually kind of nervous. Okay, stop. All right. So help people, love people, make deposits. I think you guys are getting where I'm coming from in this, okay? And stand up for what's right. My favorite picture of the guy in Tiananmen Square with the grocery bags standing in front of a tank because they were going to crush the student rebellion for freedom, and he stands up for what's right in front of that tank. It's pretty cool. Save me here. The woman, the bus, she wouldn't give up her seat and move to the back of the bus. What's her name? Who knows?
Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. I know Rosa Parks' name. I'm sorry. 55. Rosa Parks. All she did is saying, this is wrong. God bless Rosa. Be Rosa Parks. Be Mother Teresa. What you do? Care for dying people. Go care for dying people. Go love. Right, here's one. Someone type this. This is really important for you to get this. Go love somebody that could do nothing for you. Go serve people who cannot help you. Someone who's really hurting, a widow, orphans, the homeless, someone who's maybe, I'm going to go visit a friend today who's got a stroke and he can't get out of bed. He's been there for 3 years. I'm going to go. I don't like going to the facility. It smells funny. People are moaning and screaming. It's pretty sad. And I do not want to go, but I'm going to go because I know if I'd been lying in that bed for 3 years, I'd want to see your smiling face. I want you to reach out and just touch me and say you love me and care about me. So I'm going to go be light in that dark world. I couldn't even imagine being in bed for 3 years.
Right. Isn't this really all about the gratitude and karma? I mean, being grateful for what we have and being able to serve others, and what you put out comes back tenfold.
You reap what you sow. Absolutely. So love. Thank you, Ricky. I appreciate that. So you love, you give, you care, and then it all works out. And that's my opinion. So number 7, as we're wrapping this up, and thank you, Ricky, is live by your calendar, not your emotions. So, but I don't get that statement, live by my calendar. Well, that leads to number 8, the 50,000 foot view. You meet quarterly and you plan out your year. And the next year, we're already working on the Build Conference 2024. It's going to have 15,000 people. The Build Conference 2023 is going to have 10,000 people. So we're getting facilities that hold 10 to 15,000 people. We're signing contracts and sending in $250,000 deposits and all this stuff. And it's not EXP, it's not Glenn's money. It's my money I've been able to do. And because I believe in the power of the big events. They do the heavy lifting for you, major decision and major events. So that 50,000 foot view. So for you, you may not have to be planning a build conference for 15,000 people, but you'll be planning your schedule. Like, okay, when am I going to prospect people for EXP? When am I going to meet people? Like, okay, I don't know anyone. I don't know agents. I'm new. Okay, you need to go to stuff. Go to Mike Ferry, go to Tom Ferry, go to Brian Buffini, go to Craig Proctor, go to NAREP, go to ARIA, go to Young Professionals Real Estate, join the women. I'm a member of the Women's Council of Realtors. I have 18 agents. I think 15 of my 18 agents are women, and they're members of the Women's Council. Men can be. I joined. I am a member, a proud member of the. Go join. I'm a member of NAREP. That's the National Association of Hispanic Realtors. I'm not Hispanic. I'm a member of ARIA, the Asian Association of Realtors. I'm not Asian either. But they don't say this is only for Asians. Only for people can join these things. I think the Young Professionals in Real Estate threw me out though. They wouldn't take me. Those little suckers. No, I'm kidding. They didn't do that. But you can go meet people. Instead of saying I can't say I will and I must. When you can't, you must. When you can't, you have to. You absolutely have to. I don't care that you don't feel like it. Suck it up. Bootstrap it. Step up inside. Come on, man. Get yourself some good books. Get yourself, and by the way, if you're not subscribing to my podcast, I've been on fire lately with my podcast. I have no idea where to find it or even how you'd subscribe to it. How would you find it? Front page of my website, Rob says. So I guess that's brentgove.com. Is there a button there that says podcast or something?
There's your social media buttons. There's a podcast button.
Social media button. There's a podcast button. Whatever that means. I don't even know. I just learned how to find my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel.
You go to menu and hit podcast.
Menu hit podcast and you can subscribe because we do they've just been on fire if you like that stuff. So create that 50,000 foot view. Begin with the end in mind. What is it you want to achieve? And then back it up to today. Set goals to the now, back it up to the day, what you do annually, quarterly, monthly, weekly, 90-day sprints, 90-day sprints, 90-day sprints, 90 days, reevaluate. So that's all I got for today. I went about 11 minutes over. I apologize. You guys have been amazing. Whoa, we busted 100, so that's awesome.